Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and other bishops and elders of great millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, ready to accept it or not. In a sincere salutation to all the arc pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four ends of the earth. Then tell you world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning. You few sisters who are listening and learning. Coming into the lesson of true faith, faith and edification, of the daily edification, Lord, willing to be edifying. So I tell you this lesson, they're using your money as a threat to submit to the masters. Your masters are using your money, your so-called money, as a threat to submit to them. The Lord wants to be edifying. And they doing these bank runs, right? People trying to get their money out. See what this devil is doing is making you submit. Because as the scriptures say in Exodus 21, when a servant loves his master, he don't want to depart. So through conditioning and gradualism, through their re-education centers, which is their colleges and their schools, they just made Jake a better servant. That's all Jake is. So-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians has just became better servants. Because now you get to make a little money. But during the time of slavery, it was free labor. Now you get to make a little money, so Jake feel like, oh, your captive ain't so bad, which is Stockholm Syndrome. So these devils is making everybody submit through fear, man. Hey, and that's the same thing the Lord uses, man. You either feel Yahweh Shema Shah or you don't. And if you don't feel the Lord, that means you feel the so-called white man. And if you feel Yahweh Shema Shah, that means you don't feel the so-called white man. Okay, it's two sides. You either choosing Yahweh Shema Shah or you're choosing Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, you are earthly masters. And they are using this as a threat to make you submit, man. Because see, people, they trust in the system, in the government, which government mean mind control, control minds. And the Lord has established a table for us in the presence of our enemies. As a matter of fact, let me read that first. In Psalms. Now I'm just going through this the other day, man. But we was in me and the head brother Canton Hardy, we went to West Palm Beach to fellowship with the heads of Atlanta and the heads of Alabama and the heads of Savannah and the heads of Miami and the heads of Tampa and the heads of West Palm Beach. And as the elder our Ram was going into the word table, right? That word table, which I'm going to show you in the etymology online, the word table go into bank. And what does a bank have? They have resource. They have the money. What does money lead to? Money lead to all the resources, man. When you got money, when you getting real wealth, which is gold and silver, but when you get money, when you got money, that's resources, man. Right? So the elders was going into beautifully. That table represents a bank, man. So this is Psalms 23 and 5. It reads, that prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. So this table the Lord has presented before us in the presence of our enemies is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which shall be the stability of our times, right? Everything on this table, which is resources that we need on this side, right? Hebrews 6 and 9 say things that accompany salvation, though we does speak. Yahweh Shah said in Matthew 4 and 4, a man should not live off bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord, right? Of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, which Yahweh Shah is the word of Yahweh. So what we need on this side is the Holy Spirit. Well, what's on our table is righteousness and truth, man. Okay, as it said in Psalms 85. Let me read that real quick. In Psalms, see, on the table that the Lord has presented before us in the presence of our enemy is this truth, man. This Holy Spirit. So, the so-called white man, the Holy Spirit, man. It's like I spelled Psalms wrong. So let's look at this. Because on this table that the Lord had presented before us in the presence of our enemies, truth. This is Psalms 85 and 10. It reads, mercy and truth, righteousness and peace have kissed each other, right? This Holy Spirit, man, that's what's on this table. So, and as King David said, let's get this. In Psalms 69, 22, it reads, let their table, whose table? 2/3 of our people. Let their table become a snare. Why? Because they have joined, they rather choose the side of the enemy, man. So that which it's a let that table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. See, this mercy and peace, this mercy and truth, righteousness and peace have kissed each other. This is our welfare. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord, man. The Holy Spirit. This is our real, this is real welfare right here, man. It said, let that table become a snare before them, and that which have been for their welfare. See, all the resources that you need on this side, man, to get through your trials and tribulations, your adversities and afflictions. Let it become a trap. So the Lord have presented before us a table that's full of resources. When you go to, let's get this, in 2 Corinthians, in 2 Corinthians, what is that? 4. Let's look at this. This word here for perplex, right? Corinthians 4 and 8. It reads, we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair, right? So this word perplexed, let's go to it. And this is heavy, man, because you got 2/3 that's going to lean on the government, the system. I have to tell you in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1 through 3, in Isaiah 31, 1 through 3, right? They're going to lean on the government, man. They're going to trust in the system. And that's why they said it's written in Revelation 13 when they say, who is able to make war with the beast? It said they wanted after the beast. Why? because of the resources that they're getting on this side, man. Right? So the word perplex, it say the definition, to be without resources. See, to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting. Wanting what? Everything that you need for this side. I mentioned it from time to time. The guy in the movie Matrix, right? When Neo was looking at what appears to look like oatmeal, the young guy said, "It's everything that you need, all the nutrients, right? Everything that's good for the body in that little bowl, which look like oatmeal." Well, trusting in the government, you're gonna be left without resources. But they making it seem like with this, how they moving around with this money, like it's best for you to just fall in line, man. Right? Conform, comply. Well, the whole elect ain't gonna comply nor conform to the ways of this government, man. It said to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting. And these are all the things gonna happen to you if you side with the so-called white man. To be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn, to be at a loss with oneself, be in doubt, not to know how to decide or what to do, to be perplexed. Okay? Right here, strong definition say to have no way out. This is what's coming, man. Through the conditioning and the gradualism, man. Jake is constantly conforming and complying to the ways of the so-called white man, which is going to lead you to be destroyed, man. To have no way out, to be without resources. So this table that the Lord had presented for us, man. So let's get this. 1 Corinthians. If you trust in these devils, you will be without resources, man. What was that? 1 Corinthians 10, 21. And we're in some serious times, man. But these devils is moving. And again, they are conditioning you with your own money to be in threat to submit to them, man. It make it easier for Jake to take the C help, man, the MOTB. 1 Corinthians 10, 21. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. You can't do it, man. You either gonna side with Esau, Edom, so-called white man, and his government, and trust in his system, or you gonna fall in line with the Lord. Real quick, I want to get this. This is Revelation. See, this system was set up for 2/3 of Jake to wander after the beast, man. In Revelation 13, I'm gonna start at verse 3. And I saw one of the heads as it were wounded to death, which was the Romans, and his deadly wound was healed. The Roman Empire came back as North America. North America is the revived Roman Empire. That's why you got the Senate House, Congress, presidents. Every year you had a president that ruled in Rome, man. Well, here in America, it's every four years to every 8 years, depend on the people, right? Which really your vote no matter don't make no difference. But that's just them. That's the system. The elites got you thinking that you bring something to the table, that you bring something to their table by wanting to vote, man. And you don't bring none to the so-called white man's table when you vote. Your vote doesn't matter, man. The whole world know that now. So it say, and I saw one of the heads as it were wounded to death, which is the Roman Empire, which was the part of the Roman Empire, them Edomites, so-called white man, and his deadly wound was healed. They came back as North America. That's why they had you to learn Roman numerals in school. I don't know if they're still doing it now. But when I was going to school, you had to learn Roman numerals. They got the columns on the building that look like Rome. They go back to Petra. The Senate, the Congress. Everything goes back to all, as the saying is, All roads lead to Rome, man. It say, and all the world wondered after the beast. Why? Because Jake want to be joining something, man. When you go to First Maccabees 1:11, what did it say? That went out of Israel, wicked men, right? They wanted to join. Who it said the Edomites gave them license to do after the heathen, man. There's always Jake come back every third or fourth generation and follow the same thing they was doing before, man. So they say, and they worship the dragon, which is the Roman Empire, which gave power unto the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? So here it is, you got Jake following after the system, man, after this beast. Okay? This is them conditioning you, man, through fear. They are using your money, your so-called money, as a threat to submit to them, man, the elites, man. That make it way easier for you to take that sea hill, man, or to drink that Capri Sun. So let me get this. In Isaiah 28:7. That's why King David said what he said, man. The prayer, man. Let that table become a snare. Because on this table, which is the elder Aaron brought out, this table is a bank, man. In the bank, all resources, everything that you need is out of 28:7 reads, but they also have air through wine and through strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have air through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. And these are the 2/3 that's wondering after Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man, his system. And the Lord had them devils to design that for 2/3 of Jake to follow, man. Because see right here in verse 14 it reads, wherefore hear the word of Yahweh, ye scornful men that rule his people, which is in Jerusalem. Because you have made a covenant with death, and that hell are you at agreement. Real quick, I want to look at this word. When you go to the word covenant, this word covenant here, it's a covenant alliance, pledge between men, treaty, alliance, league. So you in league with these devils in their system. When you go to Job 5:23, it said the elect. It said, thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field. They're talking about the elect. Well, 2/3 of our people has made a league with the so-called white man. See, constitution, ordinance, monarch to subjects. Subject meaning what? Under the rule of who? Esau, even the so-called white man. Agreement, pledge, man to man, alliance, right? Alliance, man. Divine ordinance with signs or pledges. That's what they did, man. A compact, confederacy. So 2/3 of Jake has made a covenant, alliance, a pledge with the so-called white man. So let me show this real quick. So right here, this is the word bank, right? In Entomology Online, it's a financial institution, late 15th century, originally money dealers, counter or shop, from old Italian banca, and also from French bouquet or bouquet. It's itself from the Italian word, both meaning table. See, financial institution, money dealers, counter or shop, both meaning table. Okay, so what's on the table that the Lord have established. It said as institution for receiving and lending money. See? So this table, as the elder Aaron went into so beautifully, man, this table the Lord had presented before us in the presence of our enemies, on this table is everything that we need, man, on this side. Let's get that. Let me close that. Everything that we need on this side, man. Um, let me see. So lock you. Trying to think what I was finna go at. See what these devils say, don't bite the hand that feeds you, right? This is how you show your respect to Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Well, who's really feeding you, man? It's the Lord. Because everything comes from the Lord, man. Let me get this. In Proverbs, which we bring out all the time, Proverbs 26 and 10. But see, Jake, they trust in this system because everything looks, what's the word? Everything looks like, it's sure, right? It's sure. What's called normative bias. Pastor Rumlock brought out some years ago the word normative bias. When Jake think things going to get back to normal, man, this is the new normal. Ain't no going back to normal, man. So Jake trusting these devils because things look good. It looked promising. That's the word I want to use. It looked promising, man. Normative bias. It's Proverbs 26 and 10. The great God that formed all things, both rewardeth the fool and rewardeth transgressors. Well, guess what? In the end, it said, verse 11, as a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly. So at the end of this, as it said that word perplexed in 2 Corinthians 4 and 8, you're going to be without resources, knowing not which way to turn, having no hope or no help, man. Because in Isaiah, let's read this. And they're using these things against you, Jake. And that's why it tell you in Isaiah 30 and 12, it said, woe to them that trust in oppression and perverseness and stay there wrong. This iniquity, what iniquity? To trust in the white man's system. This iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. It's Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel of me, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering. What's this covering? The philosophies of the so-called white man. Okay? Trusting in his system, in his government, but not, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. See? Because in the same chapter, it talks about oppression, which is Stockholm syndrome, being iniquity to our people, man. That walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, to strengthen themselves in the strength of the elites, the so-called white man, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, their system, their government, man. Therefore, shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. You see, these are the milk scriptures that hit the hardest, man. When you look at these prophecies that's going on, it's these scriptures right here that be hitting the hardest, man. It's Jeremiah 17 and 5. It reads, thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. Cursed be the man that trusteth in man. What it said in Isaiah 30 and 3? Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. This is Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. You looking at the so-called white man system, it's promising to two-thirds of Jake, man. But we know, thus saith the Lord, this place is not promising to you, man. Okay, it's polluted. It'll tell you in Micah 2 and 10. And it will destroy you. It shall destroy you. The more you trust in this system, the more you lean on this staff, the more you get pierced, man. It say, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots. What they say? The land of the land of the free and home of the brave, the land of the milk and honey, because they are many and in horsemen. Well, they say America got the greatest military. No, they don't. They spend the most, but they don't got the greatest military because they are very strong. But they look not to the holy unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, right? But will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. So the evildoers is two-thirds of Jake, and against the help of them that work iniquity. Who's so-called helping you? The so-called white man, his system, his government. But Jake need to cleave to something, man. Well, the Lord gave us the spirit, gave us mercy to cleave back to his Holy Spirit, man, through his only begotten son, Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Now, the Egyptians are men and not God. This ain't talking about the ancient Egypt, man. The ancient Egyptians, it's talking about the modern day Egyptians, which is the so-called white people, man. They are the ones that control the planet. Their faces on the money, man. If you want to know who controls the earth, look at the money, man. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth the system, the government, shall fall. Your system is falling, man. They said 3 billion in stamps. EBT, they cutting it off, man. And who's getting evicted? So-called Negro, Latino, Native American women, starting with the so-called black woman, Judite women. Your system is starting to fail you now. Both he that helpeth the system, the so-called white man's system, shall fall, and he that is hoping, the word hoping meaning to be helped, shall fall down. And they all shall fail together. See, everybody is joined to these devils in their system. You are being persuaded through conditioning and gradualism to take the sea hill, man. That's what this is all about. This is about you taking the sea hill, man. So they're using these bank runs and putting this out there in the air to see how and everything is a oh I watching this show Are We There Yet, right? The one episode with Ice Cube and he came in when they had a quarantine because of this guy mother allegedly came from Mexico and everybody was sick, right? Well, at the end of the show, he came in and said, and they asked him, "How did you get in here?" And he was telling them, "Hey, Esau do a drill to see how the people react, man." And he said this in the show. Are We There Yet, man? He said the government do this just to see how the people react and how you're going to form, how you're going to get in order. See, this is through conditioning and gradualism, man. These are just drills. He said it's a drill. They do these all the time. And he started mentioning some of the diseases that came about. It's a drill, man. This whole thing with 2020, when 2020 hit and it was locked down, that was a drill, man. And two-thirds of they all fell for it, man. They all fell for it. They are ready and willing right now to take the sea hill, man. Right now, man. Cause what they say, you want to secure your money, right? So if you put your money on this grain of rice, you don't have to worry about doing bank runs. right? You can monitor. You can monitor your grain of rice because it's in you. You can get your phone, check your stuff, right? Then they got all these different companies, right, to safeguard your money. Man, Esau making money on top of money on top of money, man. Just like the insurance companies. You get insurance on your car. See, you got a house, right? You got insurance on your house, your car, your boat. What if you never wreck your boat? What if your house never burned down or get flooded? What if you never had no accidents? Who's making money? The insurance companies, okay? Because we are all stocks and bonds on the stock exchange, man. You don't believe me? Go to Google and look it up, man. What you think your birth certificate is? Your ownership papers, your social security number, that's your lot number, man. Okay? These devils got insurance on each and every one of us, man. There's payouts. You die, they get a big lump sum, man. There's big payouts on each and every one of us, man. They did on the slave ships, insured the slaves, man. In case some died. Or maybe one of them want to jump overboard. This is the system of the so-called white man that's been going on for 500 plus years, man. Then all of a sudden, okay, take the chains off. They ain't going nowhere. That's a good servant. Now you are educated good field nigga or house nigga. Jake trusting these devils, man. So I was just making some points, man, going into how the table that the Lord set up for us, all the resources is there. Oh, that's what I was going to get. All the resources is there, man. Everything that we need to get through what's about to go down, man. The Lord giving it to us now. See, we are being conditioned, okay? We are being conformed. We are complying and conforming. The Lord got a standard too, man. Integrity and order. We are being conditioned through gradualism to trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, man. The same way 2/3 is being these devils through conditioning and gradualism to conform to the system. The whole elect is doing the same thing on the right hand side, man. The Lord is through conditioning and gradualism got us conforming to trusting Yahweh Shema Shah because we know it's in sure foundation, man. This is Hebrews 6 and 9. But beloved, we are persuaded better things of you and things that accompany salvation, though we does speak. Bro, and lesson, and when you read in Job 28 and Wisdom of Solomon 8 talks about the wisdom, how it cannot be, you can't find it. And that's why I tell you in Amos 8 and 11, when the feminine word is out here, you ain't gonna be able to run and find the truth. Because the Lord is gonna take it away. You can't find wisdom. Like you can go and find gold and silver and diamonds and rubies. No, this got to be given to you from the Lord, man. And this is all we need to get through what's about to come. To get through anything right now, man, before Jacob Trouble even get here. Your everyday life, whatever your walk is, the Lord already, if we are following the Lord through the mercy that He has given, through the mercy and grace, you good. If you're looking for anything more than your daily bread, man, you greedy. You are greedy. This is Psalms 68 and 19. And I believe this got to be my favorite precept, man. Along with Matthew 4 and 4 and Job 23 and 12. This is this is Psalm 68 and 19. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, who daily loadeth us with benefits. Remember what it said in Psalm 69 and 22? That which should have been for their welfare. What welfare? Your welfare benefits. They say, even the power of our salvation, right? Even the power of our salvation, man. So these are our benefits right here, man. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which shall be the stability of our times, man. Jacob Trouble, and right now. This is Psalms was that 116. Let me see. The Lord giving us our benefits, man, daily. This is Psalm 116 and 12. It reads, "What shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefits towards me?" With the men, it says, verse 14, "I will pay my vows unto Yahweh now in the presence of all his people." What does this mean? The men standing in great boldness, letting you know to repent, the kingdom of heaven at hand, letting you know that the Lord has presented a table before us in the presence of our enemies. But you got to tap back into the source. The Lord gave us grace and mercy to take your plug and plug it into the source, man. The power grid, man. Hey, because when Esau Edom's power grids go out, what you gonna do? How you gonna get electricity, man? The whole elect is already plugged into Yahweh Shema Shah, man. But it said, "What shall I render unto Yahweh for all his benefits towards me?" The Lord give us our daily bread, man. It's a daily load of us with benefits in Psalm 68:19. This is Psalms 103 and 2. But the Lord got to give you the spirit to really understand and believe this, man. It's Psalm 103 and 2. It reads, "Bless Yahweh, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases." Because Esau don't heal nothing, man. It say he a forge of lies, okay? In a position of no value, man. The word doctor means to falsify. So if they are a position of no value in Job 13 and 4, what that mean? That means he give you medicine to help you with your symptom, but he will never cure your disease. Why? Because he makes billions and trillions of dollars off selling you garbage chemicals in the form of pills, man. Which most of those pills is made out of pork, man. You go get certain you go get certain pills if you don't watch. If you go to the health store, you looking for certain whatever type of pills you getting. If you don't check and see if they vegetable capsules or if they bovine, which is buffalo, you're gonna be getting pork capsules, man. Those gel caps, that be pork, man. And Jay don't look into these things because they slow bellies. But the Lord give us our daily bread, man. And he's letting this devil deceive you like, oh, I got this bag. You know, we were talking about this. I mentioned it the other day. 5 ways you could make it here in Babylon the Great through Esau's system. You either make it by going to college, right? Going through school, getting you they push you to get you a this point average and this point this and all this GPA and all that because they want you to be the highest paid, well educated servant, man. For them, that's why you have these school science, these the science projects and all this. Who make the best, whatever. Then you get drafted. By the time you hit 12th grade, you get drafted because you got these little nerds, they call them on top of science. That's what he's doing, man. Making you a high paid servant. So it's either through school, right? College. Then when you get through college, they tell you it ain't what you know, it's who you know. That's one way. Going through the school system, right? The second way is being a rapper. Or the second way is sports, right? Sports. The third way is being either a rapper or an actor, right? Let's say you didn't make it rapping or being an actor, or you didn't finish school, you didn't go to college, right? Or you didn't make it uh being playing sports or either rapping or actor or college. Well, you can go in, join one of your Masonic temples. It's a lower level. From what I just found out some years ago, you can do it like that. You can go that way. If that don't get it, you can go be a pastor and get it like that through one of their theological seminaries, man. You can go that way. There's different routes these devils have you to take to make you think you're making it some kind of way, man. And all you is, you have been given a consolation prize on whatever it is, man. But it's all about the end goal is to condition everybody to take the sea hill. Yeah, it's all good. I don't even, yeah, I see. It's all good though. It's a spirit. Hey, whoever is meant for this for it to be seen, it'll be seen. But man, dealing with this bank, and the elder brought this out, man. It's heavy, man, because everything is on this table. That bank represents this table that the Lord presented for us. It's a bank full of our resources, man. But dealing with the Lord give us our daily bread. Let me get this in Job. This is Job 23. These devils got avenues for you to take, man. But you gotta comply. You gotta conform. This is Job 23 and 12. It reads, neither have I gone back from the commandments of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. And see, the Lord, and it's the Lord that's taking this food away. As he said in Zechariah 1 and 2 and Hosea 4 and 3. He's going to take away the fowls of heaven, the fish of the sea, the beasts of the earth, right? Your cattle, your chicken and turkey and your fish. The Lord is taking all this away, man. Why he said in the Hosea 4 and 1? Because there is no truth, right? Nor knowledge, nor mercy of the Lord in the land, man. That's why I tell you about these devils, these Edomites in Jeremiah and James 2 and 13. They ain't gonna be showed no mercy, man. Because they didn't show us no mercy, man. Hey, the so-called white man don't even show his people mercy, man. That's how cold this devil is. But it tell you in Ecclesiastes 14, in Ecclesiastes 14, that he's a nigger at his own table, man. And what's on Esau's table? Number wickedness, sell out, take the bag, take the sea hill, drink this Capri Sun. That's what's on his table. He's a nigger at this table. That's why I read 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. You can't serve at Yahweh Shema Shai table, then try to serve at the spiritual demon Satan and his minions, the Edomites table. It ain't gonna work, man. You got to choose a side. You have to choose a side, man. And who are you going to side with? So just some points I was thinking about, man. Because again, the term is don't bite the hand that feeds you. What Jake doing? They ain't biting the hand that feed them. They don't understand who's really feeding them, and it's the Lord, man. The Lord give us our daily bread, man. Okay? But this is how you show, reverence or respect to the so-called white man. By complying and conforming when something happened, man. And they were showing, brother was showing last night that they got these lines formed around corners, man. Trying to get their money, man. Esau used fear, man. The Lord do it too. They get it from the Lord, man. The so-called white man uses fear, just like Yahweh Shema Shah do, man. Because they opposite of the Lord. But they know how the Lord work. Exodus 21. If you love your master, you're going to show your reverence, man. If you love your master, you're going to show your reverence, man. Let's get this word as a matter of fact. This word reverence.
Reverence.
It's a deep respect for someone or something, high esteem, high regard, great respect, worship. See, worship, honor, praise. That's what this is, man. Jake, worship, Or say recognition, favor. Jake favored the so-called white man over Yahweh Shema Shah, man. And that's madness. But it's supposed to be this way. This is how the Lord set it up, man. So while everybody out here is like a Black Friday sale when the doors open, that's how Jake is chasing towards the white man. Let me get to see him. I want a Capri Sun. It's supposed to be that way, man. But hey, Lord willing, we endure. Lord willing. Hey, because the Lord got a table presented before us in the presence of our enemies, and they can't do nothing, man. Everything that we need is in the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, not literal and physical food, man. Because that's going to be there in Jacob's trouble for the hopeful elect. This is about getting his spirit, man. Okay? Getting his wisdom and understanding while we still can, man. So Lord was edifying. Got to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashim Rekah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders of great millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders over all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the doctrine pushing this truth and believing this truth with the full means of the earth, the entire world, working on hope for the elect. Shalom to the outwalk who are listening and learning. If your sisters are listening and learning, Lord was edifying. Till next time, I say shalom. Wa about for tuning in. Oh yeah, let's read this. It's from the brother Fear Yahweh, Jeremiah Salakia, Jeremiah 2:14. It reads, "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?" You see, why is Jake spoiled? Because it tell you why they are spoiled. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and 10. It reads, "For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me." I always bring these two precepts out together. Anytime we bring out Jeremiah 2:14, you got to read 2nd Ezra 9 and 10. Can it say again, Jeremiah 2:14, "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is they spoiled? For such as in their life has received benefits and have not known me." See, that's why they're spoiled. Because they think the benefits they getting is coming from the so-called white man, and it's not. It's coming from the Lord, man. But like I said in Proverbs 26 and 10, let's read it again. Let's read it one more time. Hey, it's either gonna be the help or not, man. This is the Lord playing chess. Because money is defense, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna close with that. Proverbs 26. Matter of fact, let me type it in. Ecclesiastes 7. This is Proverbs 26 and 10. The great power that formed all things, both rewardeth the fool and rewardeth transgressors. So where you getting it from, Jake? Jesus blessed me with a nice house and a car. No, Yahweh Shema Shai did. And at the end, it said, verse 11, "As a dog returned to his vomit, so a fool returned to his folly," because they don't know they don't know where it came from. They think it came from the so-called white man, or it was me that went to college and did this. I did this. So this Ecclesiastes, like spelling wrong. That's why. For me today. Ecclesiastes 17, it reads. Tripping here a little bit, so like it. This is verse 11. It reads, "Wisdom is good with inheritance. By it there is profit to them that see the sun." Seeing the sun means you see the truth, the light shining through. Like it said in Isaiah 9 and 2. They that walked in darkness have seen a great light. So this is wisdom, the wisdom of the Lord, which leads you to the light of the Lord. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but there's a but there. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life, and to them that have it. See, it's the wisdom that giveth what life? Everlasting life in the kingdom, man. There's another scripture in the part where they say, wisdom bringeth thee to a kingdom, man. It has nothing to do with money. Money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Not money giveth life, wisdom. Money just help you with some resources. Well, these resources are going to fail. Then what's going to be left out here? When everything fails, what's going to be left? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's going to be it. Everything else is going to fail, man. Your car, your house, your money, everything is going to fail. Then what? What you going to lean on then? Oh, that's what I was finna get. I got to get this. In Isaiah. Let me get this in Isaiah. Ezekiel, Isaiah 36 and 6, right? Because you're going to lean on what? What you going to have to lean on? Nothing. You're either going to lean on the government or you're going to lean on Yahweh Shema Shah. But it's going to be too late at that point. You're going to have no choice. And the government going to be against you. Isaiah 36 and 6. Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it as that sea hip. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. And that's what's going to happen, man. It's going to be over, man. So, again, the opportunity in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue blessing your houses. Stay prayed up. Wah, ba, ba, ba.